welcome back to the channel. My name is Alex and you're watching more fragrance, please. Please do not get stuck on the hairdo today. Got this flock of seagulls thing going. I decided not to wear a hat in this video and I apologize if it scares you. Let's talk about a house that is world-renowned, very famous, very good, and very, very luxurious. The fragrances they're well known for, the one they are well known for, as well as the price tag they are well known for. That's the House of Creed. That is the House of Creed that we are talking about today, and what I want to go over are the 4 underrated Creed fragrances that are not Creed Aventus. Call the police on that statement. Let me put these on. Okay, let's get started. Number 1, I got this in Arizona last year and I've never looked back. I have never once been like, wow, I shouldn't have got that over Creed Aventus. I bought this, I tried Creed Aventus on my hand, and on my hand, of course, the sales associate was trying to push Aventus. Her name's Nancy, she's fantastic. I said, okay, go ahead and spray this one, and go ahead and spray this one. And I'm gonna come back in a little while, we'll figure out which one's better. She goes, great, see you in a little bit. It's gonna be Creed Aventus. I said to myself, okay, well, I'm gonna buy a full retail bottle, this is it. You know, life's presented an opportunity, I'm gonna buy it. Well, I came back an hour later, just about, and the Aventus had fallen right off my skin. And for me, the complaints about longevity are real. I have sprayed it on my hand 2 different times, and within a short period of time, it is gone. My wife smelled it, gone. The sales associate, oh my God, it did fall off you. It fell off you. Yeah, it's gone. So I partied around the Creed house in the Neiman Marcus, just myself and the sales associate, and actually one other guy that was sitting there with me the whole time, also shopping around. He ended up getting Royal Oud. And we chatted it up, and we chatted about fragrance houses, and then at the end I decided I'm gonna pull the trigger on this fragrance. And I'm really glad I did. That's Creed's Erolfa. And when I tell you this smells like a mixture of luxurious, summertime, daddy on a yacht, guy you walk down the street on the boardwalk of Maui in Lahaina, the Lahaina shops. This guy walks by you with a white polo and he's like completely bathed in this, and he's just radiating sex appeal, understanding of economics, business, and he's wearing Creed Erolfa. Pretty good dent. I put a pretty good dent in this bad boy over the last year. Mostly in the last few months when I worked at the bank. I was blasting myself pretty good with this stuff. Longevity for a freshie, which we'll get into that in a second. Longevity is really like 6 hours. I still got smells after the end of the day when I would like kind of heat up a little bit more and like waft up. But this is really, really good. This is underrated. All you hear, I mean, really, in the fragrance community, all I hear about is Aventus. Aventus, Aventus, Aventus. You have a few guys talking about other parts, other fragrances from the house. You know, you have Stay Fresh Productions, based in Portland as well. I'm based over here, basically in Portland. And he has a massive collection of Creed that is not just the run-of-the-mill. So cheers to you, Stay Fresh. I think it's, what's his name? Justin Copeland? Yeah, Justin Copeland. Great dude. Great videos. If you haven't watched, not the run-of-the-mill reviewer. This is not like top 40 music. This is like a dude that knows his fragrances through and through, has collaborated with some great brands. He's a musician. Just click the video. Go in the search bar, click the video. Creed Erolfa is lemon, citrus, dries down a little bit of musk, and it's got some woods in the base. Off the atomizer, you're smelling citruses. You're smelling a fresh fragrance. Creed atomizers. I smell citrus. I smell summer. I smell summer in a bottle. Retail for this bad boy, about full retail plus the tax, I think it was like almost 500. Almost 500. And it was like the first large purchase of a fragrance I've ever done in my life. Large as in, you know, $100 and more is a lot of money. And you push up to the 500, you're basically making, you know, a couple car payments worth of payments, and you're buying Creed. So, Creed and Rolfa, boom. Great fragrance. Next one we have here is going to be one from the house that is starting, I feel like it's starting to get a little bit more hype. I mean, all of these get hype. I mean, if you're not Aventus, you're gonna get hype, but I'm seeing a lot more of this in reviews, and it's a fingerprint magnet, so I apologize for that. We're talking about Millesime Imperial. The gold bottle. And this one is gonna be ozonic, a little bit aquatic and ozonic with like some top notes of melon. I've heard there's some watermelon in here that just kind of amplifies it, and when you hear that, you kind of know. Atomizer is gold. I will say it's the same color, same gold as the Rolfa. It's plastic. You know, when you spend $400 or $500 on a fragrance, well, hold on. The top is actually metal, but the whole covering is all plastic. Piece on top is metal. Let's just remind myself what it smells like. It's beautiful. Oh yeah, so I feel like it's very similar to a Rolfa, but instead of that lemon, you're blasted with more of a melon base. That's what I'm smelling from it. Oh, that's good. It smells like fresh, a little bit of lemony citrus thing going, but the watermelon, the melon note, a little bit of woods as it dries down. Great business fragrance. This is not going to offend anybody. This is going to get you standing out in the room. It's not going to be a massive projector either, so don't expect like, you know, Rasasi Hawas or any Habibi fragrances. If you've tried a Habibi, you know that those are powerhouses. So Creed is not gone in that realm. Creed is very, these are eau de parfums. This is very eau de toilette-like for me. This is very eau de cologne. That's what they should be. The longevity of these is lackluster. But for what you get for the few hours, it's beautiful. It smells great. It's a compliment magnet if you bathe in it. Some people will walk through a waft of it, but I blast myself, boom, boom, boom. I think 3 times around the neck and then a couple on the chest. And really, you're not going to offend anybody. The first hour, you're going to project, you're going to smell good, and then after the rest of the day goes, it's going to kind of slow down a little bit. So, all right, would I recommend Creed Millesime Imperial? Yes, I would. I would also recommend a Rolfa if you haven't tried it. Get yourself a decant, get yourself a 10 milliliter, a 5 milliliter. Get it off of a fragrance site. Don't get it from Creed. You're looking at a shitload of money for that. So, retail for this one is, I want to say, close to 500. Did I pay for that? No, I did not. I bought it like this. Capless. The cap you just saw on there was from a Rolfa, and they're both gold, so matches perfect. Creed Millesime Imperial. This bad boy was 200 shipped off Fragrance Net. So another $200 on Creed. Is it worth it? Yeah, it's worth it. I like it. I'm liking, as the summer's here in Portland, it's getting the 70s, 80s, and 90s where I can wear these and they're gonna project and I'm gonna smell good for a while. So, and I can reapply later. That's half the battle for me, is I can apply the shitload of cologne in the morning, and then afternoon, if I take a shower or not, I can reapply something else. And these are good for that. So, Creed Millesime Imperial, great shit. 2 more I want to talk about. This one was a present from my wife for Christmas, I believe. And this was the one out of the few that I smelled at the Neiman Marcus last April, so just over a year ago, that I was like, wow, that's really, really good. And I ended up getting it for Christmas for my wife, and she knows how much I love it. Original Santal. Have I been seeing this get more hype lately in videos? Yes. Have I been watching girls on video talk about how some of the Creed fragrances are too hyped up, and they are blown away by Original Santal? What I'm getting from this fragrance, it's not sandalwood. overdosage. You hear Santal, you're like, oh my God, Le Labo 33, or Barrett Fragrances has a new Santal. I think it's called Australian Santal. And then you have Santal Journey from Habibi, which is a masterpiece of sandalwood. I'm not getting that from this. This literally smells like dryer sheets, a little bit of woods and sandalwood at the base, but it smells like dryer sheets and like raspberry. My poor table is gonna be just fucking covered. My laptop. Okay, guys, we're gonna talk about it in like 2 seconds before I get the next one. I don't wanna waste your time. The same perfumer that made this masterpiece made Mont Blanc Individual right before coming to Creed to make this. So it is really well known that Mont Blanc Individual, which if you have not, or if you've been living under a rock, or if you are not new to, or if you're new to fragrances, Mont Blanc Individual is a cheapie you could find at most rack stores, TJ Maxx, Burlington, and Ross, right? The perfumer that made this made that one right before making this one. And I will tell you right now, as an eau de parfum, an Individual is actually an eau de toilette. I'm getting almost the exact same DNA, and people will go to jail for, people will go to the, oh God, people will go to the grave to tell you that. And they're right. This smells exactly like Individual, but a beefier, way higher quality oil concentration. The eau de toilette from Mont Blanc, it smells like, it's a cheapie. It's not a very expensive perfume, cologne, and it's not gonna have the most incredible oils. He comes over, brings his ass over to Creed, and they say, go for it. He makes the exact same DNA with oils that are absolutely astounding. And you smell that. So, would I recommend Santal Blush? Excuse me, Santal Blush, Jesus. Original Santal from Creed? I would, but I would also try Individual first and get a decant of this if you can, because it's up to you. You have an eau de toilette that's gonna last maybe a few hours. This guy, I sprayed myself quite a few times at a child's party, like 10 times, and people were like, oh my God, you smell amazing. So, would I recommend it? Yes. I imagine my wife probably got this, hopefully on that Fragrance Net. I hope Fragrance Net. And I think this is about $250 on that as well. So, if you're gonna buy Creed fragrances and you've tried them before, definitely hit up the rack websites. Fragrance Net, Fragrance Buy, and you'll be able to shop around and find some fragrances on there for a lot less than you're gonna pay at a Nordstrom. Last fragrance, and I've only worn this a few times. I bought it used, so you're gonna see a small dent. I bought it used off Facebook Marketplace from what looked like a mother that didn't really love the scent very much. And when I saw how much she posted it for, I was like, okay. That's Creed's Virgin Island Water. Let's remind myself what the hell we got going on here. Boom, boom, boom! Blasting. This is the epitome of vacation for a lot of people. And this is one that I'll be taking on vacation to Arizona later on in a few months to come, and then later on in the year. I'll take this everywhere I can, this high heat. This bad boy right here is got notes of rum, lime, coconut. I believe there's some woods in the dry down as well, but you don't get a lot of that. What you get is a lot of warm, sweet rum right off the blast with a nice inkling of lime. So you have the citrus like tang to it, and then you have this coconut warmth. It's very, very, you're by a pool and some, what it reminds me of is a being by a pool in the 90s, and you've got some babe walks by, whether it's like some babe mom, hot mom, or some girl who's like in her, you're a grade school and she's a high schooler and she's suntanning by herself, or she's got her girlfriends, and they walk by and they smell like coconut and lime. And that is what you're getting with this. Very coconut, lime, nostalgia, sunblock, sunscreen smell. Not in a really Portofino style, but we're talking like the banana boat stuff, the hot girls wore. If you know, you know. If you don't, It's okay. But if you know, you know. I'm like 35 years old. That's, you know, I lived by the pool in the 90s with my mom. She would tan over here and I would just swim over here. And there were lots of people coming and going. I just remember people smelling like coconut lime. So that's what this smells like. The mom had it listed on Facebook Marketplace for $75. And I think it was like a meetup only, like up in Washington somewhere. And I reached out and was like, hey, listen, ship that to me. I'll pay you $90. And then she ended up paying me back like $10 more. So she felt bad for me giving her more money, but I don't know if she knew what she had. I don't know if she knew what it was, but 50 milliliters of this stuff, I think is like $250 retail, $250, $300. And then the 100 is like almost $500 from when I saw it in Neiman Marcus. So that concludes today's long video. That's four fragrances from the House of Creed that is not Creed Aventus. Don't get me wrong, Aventus is beautiful. Masterpiece, chef's kiss. But do I own it? No. I'm scared to own it for that exact reason of it just falling off my skin. I'm scared to own it. I would love to have it in my collection. Creed Aventus, please. Creed, if you see this video, shoot a bottle my way. I love it. I do love it. I'm hoping maybe it's just my skin chemistry. Maybe I lotion up more. I don't know. But that's 4 fragrances from the House of Creed that maybe are underrated to a lot of people. Maybe no one's really heard of. No one's kind of bit the bullet and bought that. Like I said, definitely go try them out at a Neiman Marcus, Dillard's, Nordstrom, what we have around here. There is a Creed table. They will push it on you and they want you to smell everything, which is good. Bite the bullet. Buy yourself a bottle if you like it. Otherwise, get yourself a decant. Get yourself a decant, and microperfumes.com, not sponsored, swear to God, was where I got a lot of my stuff. So take a look there. But hey, I hope that helps. More fragrance, please. I appreciate you clicked on the video. As always, we're trying to grow this channel. Please like, leave a comment. Let me know if you've had any of these, and engage a little bit and let me know what you think. So there's some fragrances that you would like me to try next, because I've got over 110 bottles now, and I would love to do more house conversations and some other stuff. So yeah, let me know. Appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. As always, more fragrance, please. We'll talk to you soon.